Welcome to the Journey to Happy podcast, a podcast dedicated to help you in your journey to a happier you. How? By teaching you concrete tools and giving you examples of real women who have left behind the overthinking, the self doubt, and the anxiety to land into a calmer, more confidence. I am Olga, a former therapist, a life coach, a wife, blissfully a mother, coffee lover, and your host. I'm excited that you have tuned into the podcast, and I cannot wait to see where you take this advice that we come to give you on a weekly basis into your own personal. See you inside. Hey guys, welcome to an episode of the Journey to Happy podcast. I am Olga, your host, and as always, I'm so happy to be talking to you guys. I am really looking forward to our conversation today. It is all about body image, and it's about getting into what is the secret to body image, positive body image, and body image acceptance. And you're going to notice that is not at all about liking the way we look. That might sound shocking to you. Maybe it makes sense. You're going to have to listen to see how it is for you. I welcome you to keep an open mind as I'm talking about this. And I also want to take an opportunity to say that if this is a subject of interest for you, if you are a woman who struggles with body image, this month of June, from June 1st to the 30th, I am allowing people to join Reset the Mindset membership for just a month. You can just come in for the month, no strings attached. You can just leave after the month. And all of what we're going to be talking about and working towards is body image. So what happens once you join this month, the membership? First of all, first things first, it costs you $97 to join. That's it. That's all. You have access to this month's mindset training, and you are going to get also access to all of my other mindset videos that are in that Reset Your Mindset library from all the months that I've been working inside the membership. You will have 4 yoga classes, live yoga classes online done by one of our Reset members who owns a yoga studio, Inner Bliss Yoga. You will have a Zumba class because I've hired a Zumba teacher because we're going to have fun dancing. So we have one Zumba class. We have a virtual retreat with me. So instead of a regular coaching call, it's going to be more like a retreat on the end of the month with all the members. And you will have a workbook to go along. Once you join the membership, you also come into our private Facebook group where we will have weekly challenges. I'm going to give you something to work on each week, and you're going to apply that. And it's all towards improving our relationship with body image, our body image. All of that, guys, for $97. It is the only time I've opened the membership to a 1 month only. Why? Because I think this is a subject that impacts so many of us, young or old, thin or thick, slim or big, tall or short. Every single woman has a love and hate, mostly hate relationship with our own body image. And I so deeply believe is a conversation that needs to happen, that I have opened it up to be as accessible as possible to anybody who wants to. So that's only happening in June. I don't know when you're listening to this video, but this podcast, excuse me, but if it happens to be anytime during the month of June, you will have access to it all of it. So it's never too late to join us. Come on, join us. The link will be in the show notes. So just head over to the show notes, click on Reset Your Mindset, pay $97, get immediate access to all of it. Do not waste time. But let's dive into body image isn't about liking the way you look. So imagine yourself, not imagine. What is the first thing that happens when somebody takes a photo of you? I'll tell you what I do. I grab it and I zoom into the areas that I've already self-identified as problem areas, whether that's the lower arm, the belly, double chin. Anybody here looking for those? And I zoom into those as big as I can. to then proceed to abuse myself verbally. Oh my God, I look terrible. How did I ever let it get to be this point? I'm huge. Blah, like the list goes on. I've said awful things about myself. Does that sound familiar? Also, notice how normal and common it is amongst women to self criticize our bodies. Like it's so well accepted. Nobody says to us, whoa, that's uncalled for. Why are you talking like that? We match it up. If I have a friend who's saying she doesn't like her legs, I join in the party. Oh, you don't like your legs? You think that's bad? Have you seen my belly? Let's compare bellies. It's such a well accepted fact amongst women that we just criticize ourselves and that's the norm. How will you feel if your friend shows up and says, hey, look at my legs. Aren't they beautiful? Don't I look amazing? You'll have one of two thoughts probably. Whoa, you're right. Those legs are beautiful and good for you for recognizing it. But you would probably say, what's gotten into you? You're such a fool of yourself, just self-complimenting here. Or, okay, maybe a third option, you would say, don't even show me your legs. I hate my own legs. And you just go on to, again, abuse yourself. Body image is something that impacts all of us. It is a very harsh relationship we have with ourselves. And the problem is that we've normalized it to be harsh, that it's okay to be mean. So I'm hoping that throughout this podcast, I inspire you to make some changes to that perception. And I'm here to tell you that body image or a positive body image isn't about liking the way we look, is way deeper than that. And what do I mean by that? Here's the problem. Most of us, and I'm raising my hand here, are looking for perfection, right? If we're gonna go to the beach, if we're gonna wear a bathing suit or shorts, hey, it's summertime now here in Ottawa, and maybe it's summer where you are. Have you already started trying your summer clothes on and thinking, oh God, I'm gonna have to show my legs or my arms, and suffering because you're gonna have to show your skin? I know that's a reality for many of us. What happens? The perfectionist kicks in, and then we are like, I gotta get this body beach ready. So let me just diet. Let me just exercise so that I can begin to like my image, right? Raise your hand if that's happened to you. Definitely be the case for me. I started worrying about the summer coming. I'm like, ooh, time to exercise. We think body image is about liking the way we like. But I am here to tell you body image is about respecting your body. And I want to bring a lot of emphasis to the word respect. What is the key element every single one of us wants to feel and see and have in any relationship? Respect. We all want to feel respected. We all want a respectful relationship. We all want to respect the parties in the relationship. And let's face it, we have a relationship with our mental health, with our physical health, with our diet, with our body image. And it may seem accidental, that relationship. Oh, I didn't know I was in a relationship with my mental health, but I am. And so often we don't even acknowledge that we are in a relationship with ourselves, that we ignore doing the things that keep the relationship healthy. So body image, positive body image, it's way beyond liking yourself. You might not like you, but can you respect you? How many times have you felt like you might not like your partner, but you can still respect them? Like you might not like them in the moment, but you respect them at all times. That's what we're lacking with our body image. We are so focused on beginning to like what we look like that we completely ignore having a strong connection with who we are and a respectful one. So often we're addressing body image from the wrong approach, the wrong way. I had a client on a private session the other day and said, Olga, I'm so glad body image is coming up because that's something I've really struggled. Magically, our conversation went from I dislike my body to what she's eating, how much she's exercising. And I had to tell her, listen, it's not about what you eat or how you exercise. It's about becoming kind. It's about unconditional love towards you, no matter what pants you're wearing, what size pants you're wearing. And I think you can all relate. We have all done the diet that has worked. At some point in our lives, we had a body that was decent, that we were like, yes, I can live in this body. I like it. And even then, we were self-criticizing. We were not respecting our body image. We were being rude and mean, wanting our body image to look different. I've proven myself that time after time personally, but I've seen it with my clients. Like I remember, I'm not tall. For those of you who don't know me, I'm 5'4", 1 meter 53 centimeters. And I have been 110 pounds. When I met my husband, I was 110 pounds. That was very petite. My body structure is small, but that was still very small. And I remember looking at those photos and thinking, oh God, look, I will find imperfection. Because while I got the diet down path, while I got the exercising down path, what I hadn't realized is that I needed to look past liking into loving, past superficial relationship into a real connection, past perfectionism into being authentic. Being authentic is far more powerful than being perfect. And because nobody's ever perfect, then I'm going to say seeking to be authentic is so more powerful than seeking to be perfect. So throughout the month of June, I really want to create a movement of women who want to think and raise above, let's all look perfect like the model in the catalog, to let's all be unconditional, freaking loving, respectful to our bodies. How do you experience respect in relationships? How do you demonstrate respect in relationships? We all want to feel love, trust, connection, judgment-free, honesty, someone who accepts us the way we are. Now let's bring those elements to that relationship with our body image. And you can say, Olga, that's too much work, or it's not all that relevant, it's not all that important. But if you're anything like the women I coach, this occupies a lot of your mental capacity and emotional well-being. One of the reasons our self-esteem is so low for some of us, our self-confidence is so low, is because we haven't noticed the impact that it has when we don't have a healthy, respectful relationship with ourselves. So if you are one of these women who is starting to see the summer and is freaking out about what she's going to wear and you're already self-judging, I want you to start thinking about what is it? Like, what's the impact of you not having a healthy relationship with your body? And what would be like if you suddenly decided to be imperfect and lovable? You choose that you can be imperfect and lovable. I may have shared with you guys that the day my son was born, or maybe not the day, I was too tired, the day after, when I saw him all wrapped up like a burrito, looking cute as a button, everything in me wanted to call him perfect. But being who I am, I knew I didn't want to ever teach my son to attempt to be perfect. So instead of telling him how perfect he was, I told him how imperfect he was and lovable. I want my son to grow up knowing and understanding that he isn't perfect and that has no bearing on how lovable he is. I am a student of this myself. I am not going to lie to you here. I have struggled with my body image, even though I want, like, logically, I understand, like the logical human in me, brain in me says like, but why? Why wouldn't you like your body? No matter what size I've ever been, no matter how small or how big I've been, I've never liked it. So at some point we have to understand it's not about the size. It's not about liking it. It's about loving it. And if you haven't heard my podcast on diet culture socks, head over there. Julie, the woman who I interviewed in that podcast, who's an intuitive eater coach, listening to her talk, listening to her podcast, opened my eyes to what degree my relationship with my body image had been impacting me. And in fact, she interviewed me in her podcast. And then I shared my own story of my own body relationship. And it hit me that I've had a struggle with my body image since I was 10 years old, when I needed emergency surgery a couple of times. But they saved my life. They took all my organs out and put them back in. And as a result, I ended up having a massive abdominal scar. Big. It's been with me ever since. As a teenager, I didn't want to wear a two-piece bikini. I didn't want anybody to see my scar, my imperfection. And it wasn't until I was growing that big scar into a much larger scar with my beautiful son inside that it didn't hit me what a miracle that scar was. They saved my life. And now because they saved my life, I was able to grow life inside of me. I began to forgive myself immediately because I had been so hard on myself because I was quote unquote imperfect with an ugly scar. And as we know, the abdomen, like that belly, is such an important part of the woman's body. We all feel like so conscious about it. And I felt so much sadness that I had been so hard on Olga all this time because of something, one, she didn't choose to have, and two, it was actually a blessing. It was a blessing. They saved my life. And had they not saved my life, I would have never known the miracle of growing life inside of me. That to this day, it makes my eyes go watery because I just feel that I was so gifted. I was so gifted, so blessed twice. So I'm here to encourage you to forgive yourself because so far you have been a complete asshole with your body. You have been a bully, just like I was. And I needed to hear from me to me that I was sorry. That I was sorry I had been such an ass. And then I made myself a commitment that that was never going to happen again. And so, for example, when you take a photo of me, I never ask to see it. And if I see it, I make a beautiful comment. Oh, that looks great. No matter what it looks like, that looks great. Like, unless my eyes are closed and I'm actually like talking, I'll be like, okay, I want one where I'm looking at the camera and it looks like I know there was a photo. So go on, close this podcast and offer yourself some sincere forgiveness. Apologize to yourself. And then I encourage you to begin to create trust and connection in a judgment-free relationship full of respect with your body. That's what you need. You don't want somebody to compliment your body. You want you to compliment your body. See, the day we begin to compliment our bodies, outsiders' compliments don't mean as much. I'll have you know that I now proudly walk with a two-piece bikini, with my scar, with my extra pounds, and I love it. I've never felt so confident in my life, and I've never been as big as I am currently. And that's an incredible feeling to have this level of confidence. And why do I have it? Because I began by forgiving myself for having been such an ass to myself. And then I made a promise that I was going to be respectful, just like I am with my husband, with my son, with my clients, that my body image deserved respect, deserved me not to stab it in the back, like talking bad about it, deserve connection and judgment free. So when I find that I don't, please do not think that I do not judge myself. I still do. My mother-in-law took a photo of me the other day in the pool with my son, and I did the zooming and I found a massive belly sticking out. It looked like I was pregnant. It was an effect of the water, but for a hot second, while I figured out what it was, I was like, oh my God, insert insults. And so when that happens, which is a habit, I correct it and I go back. Whoa, sorry, body. I insulted you. Like I would have with my husband if I had insulted him. My body deserves respect and I am committed to respecting it. Not only that, I am committing to leading women towards a different conversation when it comes to our body. When a woman criticizes her body in my presence, I tell her, do not talk that way about my sister, my sister-in-law, my friend, whoever that is, whoever it is that is talking bad about herself. Even my husband, I don't let him talk bad about himself. I do not participate. And if somebody's saying how ugly their arms are, I don't join in like, oh, mine are bad too. Your arms are functional. They allow you to hug your kid. That's amazing. Look at your relationship with your body image as you would look at the relationship with the most loved human you know. And try to implement those values into that relationship and see what happens. Only you can prioritize that. So if body image is a big issue for you and you know something's got to change, you've got the answer, friend. You got the answer. It's you beginning to treat yourself with respect. So my suggestion is if you don't really like at all the way you're looking right now, which I've been there, begin by loving yourself, not by liking yourself, loving yourself. Despite the fact that you don't love what you can, you just say to yourself, even though I may not look like I want to, I love and accept myself. And from that place of love and acceptance, if you do engage in eating differently or in moving more, the motivation, it's at a different place and you're likely going to transform and you're likely going to feel better and more loving because you're not acting from a place of rejection and hatred. Right? So I'm not saying stay unhealthy if that's how you're feeling. When I was doing this work, my own mind drama would say like, oh, what? So just be fat and happy. This is like, I told you, my mind was an asshole. So that's what my mind would tell me. It was a matter of understanding that even at this weight, at this body size, at this whatever it is that I wasn't happy with, I was still deserving of my own love and respect. And now when I move, I'm not measuring myself. I have no idea what I weigh, how much. None of that matters anymore. I'm beyond that. I'm far more intelligent. I've left the superficial relationship. I went into a deep connection. So I encourage you to do the same. And if you want to dive into this deeper, please join me inside Reset Your Mindset for the month. I promise you, this is not a catch to and sell you something else. I am simply genuinely interested in helping women overcome this difficult relationship with body image. I forgot to mention earlier, as well as all the things I mentioned, we have a fashion stylist from LA coming to talk to us about how to dress for your body type. Her mantra is that you shouldn't wait until you're a certain size for you to shop. We all have done that. I'm just waiting for me to lose baby weight, or I'm waiting for me to go back to the weight I was, and then I will go shopping. She will tell you, no, bring your confidence up by dressing to the body you have today gracefully. So she's coming to talk to us. Julie, the person I was mentioning before, the intuitive eater coach, is also coming to talk to us about how to improve our relationship with our body image, how to look past the diet world and just go into a deeper connection. So I'm excited to share all of these. These are services only for the members. If you've been curious about joining the membership, this is a really safe way to do it. It's a 1 month only. You pay for your month. That's it. The month to do whatever you want with it. And then you can go. You can grab it and go, literally. I want to leave you with my entire love. I want to wish you a great week ahead, a great month ahead. And I sincerely hope to see you inside Reset Your Mindset to begin to change the relationship with your body image, because it can be healthy, it can be respectful, and it can be fun. And I would love to meet you. First of all, I would love to meet you in person. So see you in there. Talk to you soon.